Good evening, viewers. Thank you for joining me tonight with Soka Xtra. Great to have your company once again in bringing you some great stories on football. On our lineup tonight, we bring you a report on the senior women's soccer team training camp in Goroka at the National Sports Institute, a report on the Just Play and UNICEF PNG joining forces in putting children first, news on the round 13 Telikom National Soccer League matches played on the weekend, and we wrap up with the weekend's draws and points ladder of the Telikom National Soccer League. But now we begin with a report on the senior women's soccer team training camp in Goroka.
The Papua New Guinea national women's soccer team have had their second camp last week as they prepare for the 15th edition of the Pacific Games, to be held in the Papua New Guinea capital of Port Moresby in July. With 43 more days to go before the Games kicks off, the women's head coach Gary Phillips said the training camp had been going well, and it's a good chance for the team to get together to give him a great opportunity to assess everybody and see where they are in their strengths and weaknesses.
It's a good chance always to get together and continue our training and our preparation for Pacific Games. We're here for 6 days. That will give me or allow me to have around 10 to 12 sessions, which is a great opportunity to assess everybody, to see where we're at and see our strengths and our weaknesses and improve our preparation for Pacific Games.
The camp also gives an opportunity for him to look at different players, especially with few new faces in the team, to provide the team with some options. Phillips said the final squad of 23 players has not been finalized yet, and the door is still open for anyone who has the potential to improve the squad.
Unfortunately, we can't bring everybody here, but again, it's a chance to maybe just look at something different to provide our team with some options. We've brought a little bit of experience in, but we also have some younger players here. So we've got a good mix of players, but as I say, it's certainly the final squad selection of 23 has not been finalised yet. We have a squad of 30 that we can select from, but unfortunately, we can't bring everybody here. But again, it's a chance for us to see what's out there, and we continue to open the door to any potential that's out there. We don't want to say no to anyone. We're always trying to improve the squad, so it's a chance again to look at new faces.
The team will have 2 more training camps, with a camp planned in May and 1 in June, with an international friendly prior to their preparation into the Pacific Games. During the 1-week camp in Goroka, Philip has been working with his players on improving their strengths and weaknesses, and at the same time continue to evolve the squad to identify areas needs to fix. He is happy with the reception in Goroka and is hoping this will continue in other parts of the country as they strive to defend their gold medal.
Last week, Just Play and UNICEF PNG joined forces in putting children first when the two teamed up in giving out awareness on child protection and healthcare in Goroka and Simbu. Here's Leo Jakando with more.
The successful partnership between the Just Play and the United Nations Children's Fund PNG continues, with the two organizations teaming up for the Oil Sets Baton Relay in Goroka and Simbu last week, giving out awareness on child protection and health care. UNICEF PNG Communications Specialist Sipo Ramonia explains that in child protection they are specifically looking at birth registration, which they realize that most children in PNG are not birth registered.
We have 2 themes with regards to this partnership. It's in child protection and health. Specifically in child protection, it's on birth registration. We realize that a lot of children are not birth registered at birth, are not in possession of a birth certificate at birth. Hence, we're using this as an entry point and a medium to get this message across.
With the aim of putting children first, Papua New Guinea Football Association and UNICEF PNG, through the Just Play program, are using sports and community engagement to ensure that children are aware of the importance of vaccination, malaria and gender equality. Just Play staffs, teachers and volunteers also helping to disseminate critical information and to re-engage children through active participation. While the children have small fun games, the official mascot of the Pacific Games, Turua the Kokomo, visited them and distributed color books and crayons to the little ones. Monia says that UNICEF needs partners like Just Play, which uses sports to address serious issues affecting the population of Papua New Guinea, and also giving the opportunity for children to express themselves.
We need partners such as Just Play, because Just Play is an international partner for UNICEF in the Pacific and in other countries of the world. Just Play is not just a sporting event. We have to remember that. It's a sporting event that also addresses very serious issues that affect the population of Papua New Guinea. In Papua New Guinea, you know, the culture is such where people are very polite. They don't talk back. They just listen. But you know, this gives the children an opportunity to express themselves freely and to not just express orally, but I think express themselves physically. You know, you will see some dynamic athletes you wouldn't have seen or discovered at other times, and it's just shows that it's possible that boys and girls, because culturally here in Papua New Guinea, violence is a very big issue between men and women, boys and girls. So the Just Play initiative has actually taught them that, you know, tolerance is very important. Respecting one another is very important, and boys respecting women or girls is also very important. So I think the message doesn't end on the grounds where we're having the activities. The message is actually carried home by the children to their communities as well.
UNICEF, PNG and Just Play are reaching out through the 2015 Oil Sets Baton Relay, enlightening the Pacific Games in putting children first, especially the underprivileged ones, to make them feel that they are part of the Games. Ms. Monia says that the idea now is for Just Play and UNICEF to do a regional program cooperation agreement, which Papua New Guinea will be a new member working with UNICEF to address issues like water sanitation and the importance of hygiene in and out of the school for the communities.
With Hekari's return back from the OFC Champions League, the undisputed NSL champions played Medang FC with a humiliating 8-1 beating at the Bomana Correctional Institute Oval on Saturday. Here's Leo Jakando with more.
Hekari saw their dominance of the proceedings and making the visitors look ordinary. Hekari danger duo Joachim Warroy and Tommy Semi scored a double hits in the first half to give the Reds a 4-0 lead at halftime. Medang FC fought back in the second half to hold the champions to a 25 minutes deadlock until freshman Emmanuel Irem sent the ball into the goal mouth. The Flying Fox boys replied with a classic goal from Samuel Kinney, but that was all Medang could afford despite several attempts, going begging through the brilliant saves by the Hekaris goalkeeper Ismail Pole. 7 minutes later, a brilliant crossover by Kaparoko man and replacement Kemajek saw a powerful shot by Solomon Islander to Tijama Tanito to further extend the lead to 6-1. Dangerman and under-23 national player Semi again found the back of the net for a hat-trick in the 84th minute before being replaced. Experienced Jack sealed the match with a classic header from a pass from Tanito. In the early game of the Telikom-sponsored competition, Admiralty Des Lay City dwellers' hopes of minor premiership to hold them to a 2-all draw match. While over in Lay, FC Port Moresby held best a bid for a title when they stopped a courageous best of PNG United 3-1 in the encounter at Sir Ignatius Kilage Stadium.
Well, time has caught up with us, but before we leave you, let's now take a look at this weekend's Telikom National Soccer League draw and points ladder. Thanks for watching. That's all for tonight. See you all again next week at the same time with Soka Xtra. Log on to www.pngfootball.com.pg to get more information and updates of football in the country. We would like to thank the following sponsors: Telikom PNG Limited, International Food Corporation, Tablebirds, NU Guinea, Bank South Pacific, Coral Sea Hotels, Trukai, Roadside Assistance PNG, Tolek Electronics, PNG Olympic Committee, HPS and Jumac Corporation Limited for all your continuous support in developing football in the country. From the Soka Xtra crew and PNGFA, good night.